Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. My presence here today is necessary, so that I can confirm with you the meditation on the 12/12 portal. On the next 12th of the month, the meditation will take place in Brazil. I hope you can participate. Yes, it will have time displacement. This month has been a month of a lot of energy, a very unusual month. A lot of very high vibrating energy is coming to the planet, and each one of you is physically feeling the arrival of such vibrations. Tiredness, heaviness, aching body. And as we have said here often, drink plenty of water. Every such frequency that comes in is triggering the process in your cells. Nothing more, nothing less than the activation of all the parts of your DNA that are blocked. This type of reaction is not the same for everyone. Some of you have already released a large part. Others will release very slowly. The release of these strands of DNA depends on each soul's path. It depends on where each soul is. Energy arrives the same for everyone on the planet, but it doesn't react the same in every body on the planet. So don't keep comparing yourself. Don't keep watching what happens to your friend. Fortunately, you do not have access to the point where each soul is. Imagine if you had a marker who is more evolved, who is less evolved. If this were possible, those of high evolution would not be able to stay there, because the vibration of those who are further down would make them go down as well. This is inherent to the human being, however evolved you are. The comparison with the other is innate to you. The concern is always whether you are better or worse than the other. But by divine wisdom, you don't know. You even suspect, because of that person's journey. But you don't really know where he is on the road. That only Father, Mother, God and the beings of light are able to access this information. And depending on the worthiness of that soul, on the actions performed by that soul, those most meaningless obstacles are removed from the path. Those obstacles that will not bring any benefit, will not bring any lessons, they are just there to get in the way. Then these obstacles are removed. That's why many start to say that life is gradually improving. This is exactly why these small unnecessary obstacles are being taken out of the way, but this all depends on the path of the soul. Let's say that each soul has an internal scale in which positive actions accumulate on the right side of the scale, negative actions on the left side. And this is how that soul shows itself to the universe. I can assure each of you that no soul has the plate on the left empty, because if that happens, that soul is already extremely evolved, as in the case of Sananda. He doesn't have negative actions on the scale anymore. His soul has already been able to transmute all that is wrong during the journey it has already taken. It is the case of Mary, it is the case of the Ascended Masters. Their journey on the positive side was so intense that the negative side becomes almost nil and there is no longer that weight on the scale. So this is how you create your journey. For each positive action, for each evolution, however small, the positive plate is added to that plate on the right. And if this plate starts to get extremely heavy in relation to the left side, proportionally, that value on the left side will be reduced until you reach a point where you will be ready for ascension. So the concern now is not looking at the other, it is not comparing with the other. Each one has its own scale, and it is certainly not you who see these values. So if you keep yourself elevated, doing good deeds, practicing good thoughts, practicing good vibrations, surely the journey becomes lighter because you are doing wherever. It is not us who are going to cause a lighter walk. It is you who are doing it. And by provoking this lighter walk, those obstacles, yes, we removed. But because you guys achieved it, there is at no time on our part the privilege of anyone. There is no such thing. There is the walking of the soul. There is the posture of the soul. According to the posture of the soul, we do help. And it is on this point that we will now insist a lot. Start to lose this bad habit of comparing yourself to another. Each one of you is a soul with a great deal of baggage on your back. Whether on this planet or another, it doesn't matter, you all carry baggage. And right now few are aware of the baggage they carry. So how do you compare yourself with each other? Start looking only at you in the mirror. Don't try to compare yourself in any sense with each other. All the concepts you've learned of comparison are to make you inferior. The other is always more beautiful. The other is always better looking. The other is always better in life. The other is always more balanced. You always put yourself in inferiority, except those whose ego is exploding out of the top of their heads. Those, on the contrary, always think they are superior, poor things, are the worst on this scale of development. So stop this bad habit of comparing yourself to another. This guy is up front. So and so sees. So and so hears that and I have nothing. Do you trust what so and so says? Or so and so is talking just to show off? So stop comparing yourself. Stop envying that other one that you actually know is further along the path. This only slows you down more and more. So stop the comparison. Each one of you is a soul, with a back road, which may have been beautiful, may not have been beautiful, there is no judgment. What matters now is to start cleaning up all this dirt that your soul has made. How to do this? Using forgiveness. This is the key to cleaning, there is no other way. So do it. Start unloading this load that you carry back there. Each time you sincerely ask for forgiveness, the burden lessens. And I've said it here many times. It doesn't matter if the other forgave you. What matters is that your request for forgiveness is synonymous with your understanding of what you did wrong. it is synonymous with a lesson learned, to this if it equals forgiveness. And that's it, it's done, you've learned. That burden no longer exists. So stop caring about others and look inside. Look in the mirror. If you are not yet able to look into the past, at least look into the present life. What have you done that is not so good in this present lifetime? Start getting rid of it. It's a first step. The moment now, we continue to repeat this over and over. It is to look in, not to look out, not to look at the other. It's inside. And this look within cannot be judgmental, it is an extremely loving look. Now, it has to be a look at the whole picture. To accept the mistake, to understand the mistake, and to be sure that you don't make the mistake again. Affirm this to the universe. Then yes, you will be putting a stone on top of it. So it's that simple. Me getting rid of everything wrong I've done. I would say it's not that simple. Apparently it sounds simple, but the universe knows exactly when you say forgive me. And you do it from your heart, and you do it with understanding, and you do it with learning. If so, the universe will indeed accept your forgiveness. But if not, forget it, everything is still there. So I want to remind you, time is ticking and each energy that comes more forcefully on this planet, the more it squeezes you so that all this dirt comes out. You can't hide anything anymore. And it's as if you have a glowing ball in your hands, where the love that you will put to solve, so that the ball doesn't burn your hands, will be the key to solve the problem, all with a lot of love. So the moment continues to be to look inside. Forget the surroundings, forget who is by your side. Forget if whoever is beside you is awake or not. This is their journey. Now what is very important? If you care about yourself, seek your way. Walk further and further forward. More and more the light you receive, you emanate. So what is the result of this? The ones around you receives your light. The ones around you change too. Indirectly they are looking at you. So you are helping those around you. Now if you stop to look at you and everyone around you, everybody stays in the same place. You don't go forward, because you just look at the other. So realize how important it is for you to look after yourselves, not after the other. Want to help each other, help each yourselves first. Raise your light quotients and for sure those around you will receive more and more light. Think a lot about it. Peace be with you. Thank you for watching.